after you have your bag pinned, you are going to be sewing a straight line that's a 1/2 of an inch away from the edge, so a 1/2 inch seam allowance, all the way across the sides that you've pinned. So you'll start up at one side, the top of one side, you'll sew all the way down, you'll pivot when you get to the corner, you'll sew across the bottom, you'll pivot again at the other corner, you'll sew back up the other side, and then you'll backstitch to finish it off. You're not going to sew across the top or else you won't be able to get into your bag. You'll have sewn your bag shut. So we're only doing the sides and the bottom. So I'm going to start up at the top. I'm going to make sure to line it up so that my edge of my fabric is at the 4/8 line. And then I'm going to start it up at the top. Right up here. I'm going to put my foot down. And then I'm going to sew. I'm going to backstitch at the beginning. So I'm going to go forwards a couple stitches, hold my reverse to go back, and then I'm going to go forwards. Okay, I'm going to make sure to take the pins out when I get to them. And I'm going to be sewing. I want to be sewing next to the 4/8 line all the way down. Once you get down towards the bottom, you are going to be turning the corner, which is called pivoting. So once you get close, you're going to turn your hand wheel to make your needle be down in your fabric. Okay, now when I turn the corner, I'm going to lift up my presser foot and spin my fabric. Now when I look, I want the edge of my fabric to be lined up with the 4/8 line again. Right now it's not quite there, it's a little bit too far, so I have to go back and do another couple stitches. So I'm going to just turn my hand wheel towards me, go a couple more stitches, and then I'll stop and check again. Now when I look, looks like my fabric is right next to the 4/8 line, which is where I want it to be, so now I can keep sewing. Okay, so now I'll just push on my foot control to make it go forwards again. I don't have to backstitch because it's still the same line. I will take out the pins though. Alright, when you get down to this end, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go slower. Stop when you get towards the corner. Leave your needle down. Okay, spin your fabric. Okay, right now I'm at the 5/8 line, so I'm not quite there, so I'll bring it back. I'll do one more stitch. Okay, and now I'm at the 4/8 line, so I'm okay. Now I'm going to keep sewing. Okay, again, I don't have to backstitch because I was just pivoting. It's still the same line. Okay, now I'm going to start slowing down because this is the top of my bag, so I'm not going to be pivoting this time. I'm just going to be ending it. So I'm going to keep going. Okay, all the way till I get to the top. I'm going to backstitch. Okay, and then I can take it out and cut my threads.